Hey, this is Sven Rafferty for Sven on Tech, and this is the video review for the Optima Neo Eye video projector and speaker system for the iPhone and iPod. The Optima DV20A projection display, as it is properly known as, will display from its little teeny lens in the front of this unit a 120-inch diagonal screen, that's 3 meters for those who know the metric system, or an 80-inch 2-meter diagonal screen, or a 40-inch 1-meter diagonal screen, all from this little guy right there, believe it or not. Turning the unit back around, you can see the ports it comes with. The DLP does support HDMI, as well as standard VGA, AV in with a proprietary connector, as well as your DC in, which is about all you have on this except your ports where you'll dock either your iPhone or iPod. In this case is the iPod or iPhone. Now, of course, the unit does come with adapters for various iPhone, iPod, and so forth dimensions. I've found that really you don't need these adapters. They do securely fit into the dock because of the connector itself. But if you feel better having that adapter in, by all means, put it in, because Optima optimizes it with your connector. We're going to go show you a sample of the picture quality from this unit, and we're also going to compare it against the 720 unit, which we reviewed earlier on Sven on Tech as well. Here we are with the Optima 720, previously reviewed here on Sven on Tech. We're just going to put on the top of it the Neo Eye and grab the power cord that it comes with right here. We're going to go ahead and plug that in. You'll also note a little black screen here, which is your infrared for the supplied remote right there. And here is that proprietary connector for your RGB inputs right there. And then this little connector will go into the back here so you can connect using composite. And that is essentially all you need to do in getting your unit set up. We'll go ahead and power on, and you'll see here some blue lights appearing, which is your information as well as your touch sensitive menu for operating the unit. And then we're going to go ahead and stick the iPod on. Okay, now go ahead and I'll turn the power on the unit again with the iPod in, and there you see the Optima screen come up. Because we are in close proximity of the wall, the screen is not at its full 3 meters that it can be. And there it sees it's an iPhone, iPod. We'll go ahead and on the remote push play. Music came on, but this gives you a good idea of the speaker system, which is not bad. Monsters Inc. And there you go.
Michael! Celia! No, stop pushing. Hey, get your hands off my schmoozy poop!
Building clear. Ready for decontamination.
Turn up the speakers.
Well, I don't think that thing could have gone any worse.
If witnesses
witnesses are to be believed, there has been a child security breach for the first time in monster history.
We can neither confirm nor deny the presence of a human child here tonight.
You can also change the resolution aspect to 4:3, 16:9.
Tried to run from it, but
I gotta say, I'm immensely impressed with the speakers. The speakers sound far superior to the ones that come in the 720. And you can see that the screen here during the daytime is pretty darn good. I'm going to go ahead and turn on the 720 to give you an example of the difference here of brightness. And you can see there, well, you can't see right now, but there in the outline you can see the blue warming up to the left of the screen. And now it's bluing over the screen you're seeing here. The brightness is pretty close to the 720, which is a large screen compared to the smaller bulb of the Neo Eye. And now the 720 is fully projecting, and even though it's fully projecting, you can tell no problem that the Neo Eye is still projecting fairly well. We are still having daylight in where we are. It's the evening, early evening, and yet you can perfectly see the screen, even though as I move the camera you can see that it is quite bright outside, and yet the resolution, the quality, everything about this little screen is pretty impressive. Again, all one has to do is simply move the unit further back to create a larger screen, and you can get to that 3 meters or 120 inch screen easily, and the resolution again is pretty impressive. Now you don't have to navigate up here on the iPod's menuing system using their keys. You can actually take the remote and hit iMenu, and as you can see now, vaguely and a little difficultly, you can see it's navigating out of the system here and back, and then by using the up and down keys you can navigate through the menu system. So we could go to TV shows, select a TV show, and then go ahead and start playing one, all through using the device here, the remote, and off you go. You can also navigate into your music. You can adjust the settings of the screen itself, all using the remote, giving you the ability to stay seated while viewing your program. You can turn it up, turn it down, and so forth. Again, it is line of sight because it uses infrared. You can see the eye there. So you gotta make sure you can point it right at the device, and the device can see the remote. But for the most part, you can navigate as you would any other way on the iPad or iPhone with your finger. But this, again, frees us just like the remote control did in the early 80s, rather late 70s. I actually remember having a Zenith Z90 with the Sonic sound remote back in 1976 as a kid. I was a kid, mind you. So the remote does give you that freedom and ability to sit back and enjoy your movie anywhere you decide to set up your screen. And that is the Optima Neo Eye. Native resolution of 854 times 480. That's in the 16:9 ratio. The panel is a 0.3-inch WVGA DLP unit with a brightness of 50 luminas in the bright mode. Contrast ratio is 2000:1. Uniformity is 60%. That's using the JBMA standard. LED life on this is 20,000 hours. You're going to get quite some viewing time out of this without any doubt. In short, that is the Optima Neo Eye. It's a fantastic, small, little unit that is bright and will work in the best of conditions as well as worst conditions, like in the daytime. Has a fantastic sound system built into it. You can slip this into just about any little bag, bring your iPod, your iPhone, or other VGA output item, or just even a composite, and plug it in and go to town. You can bring the movies to anybody's wall now with this nice Optima Neo Eye. My name is Sven Rafferty. Please join us at svenontech.com for more news, views, and reviews. Thanks for watching.